Christmas Eve, and I'm still taking my clothes off in this horrible town for money. Oh. Right, sorry, it took me a moment to realise what we were actually talking about there. Okay, that's not quite what I expected. Oh dear, so much for this big family, finally. I better deliver Billy's Christmas present before it gets too late. I wonder if he even remembers what I look like. He hasn't seen me for months. Not since he went to live with his father. Why did they have to take him away from me? I miss my little Billy. Goodness, this is positively sad. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right then, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a little game called, Sleigh Bells. Except not sleigh as in the, happy carriage of parcel delivery system, fueled by the, gastrointestinal diarrhea of, reindeer. No, instead, it's, instead it's spelt like slaying people and murdering them. Hello, friend. Who are you? Can I speak to you? No. I don't think it's very wise you're wearing shorts in this weather, but what do I know? May I speak to you instead? No, I may not. Right then. It would appear that I have been blacklisted from the local community, and I must suddenly realise I have no idea where Billy lives, which is going to make things severely difficult for me. But, never mind. We have some lovely little Christmas music to listen to, and a lovely snowman friend. Hello, Mr. Snowman, or possibly Mr. Snowman. It's a little bit difficult to tell, and if it weren't difficult to tell, I would be a little bit concerned about the local snowman producing population. Goodness sake, these cars can turn on a hairpin, can't they? Okay, I better walk on the side of the street and not down the middle. Can I get run over? Is this where my brain goes? The white arrow on the minimap points to your current objective. Oh, I thought that was just the direction I was facing, like relative to north. Oh, sadly I'm not related to Nolan North, otherwise my voice would sound probably sound better. Right then, we have reached Timmy's home. I mean Billy's home. I'll just leave the present here. I doubt he wants to see me right now. This is sad. I wanted I wasn't looking for like a happy Christmas game, I was looking for a Christmas horror game. But you know, at the same time. I better get home before it gets too late. I don't want to be out after midnight. Merry Christmas, Billy. Oh, this is so sad. This is positively tugging on my feels. Right then. What on earth was that? It sounded like a crow being hit with a spade. Which isn't exactly pleasant. I see you've got up in your Christmas get-up, which is excellent. Giddy, oh, that's dark and depressing. Let's see if we can get run over. Big Christmas hugs! Oh, goodness. That's, it's not quite what I expected. Goodness, these new car safety measure protocols that these Volvos are employing is truly excellent. What is going on here? I probably shouldn't walk up to you with a flashlight shining into your face. Hello. Again, I'd probably advise you don't wear short sleeves in this weather, but what do I know? I'm not here to educate the police. I wonder what's going on here. I won't be getting home this way, I suppose. Oh, this is the way to my home, I see. I have to go through the subway tunnel. It is not much further. I probably would have opted to go through the subway in the first place, because then we could have got out of the snow. But, what do I know? Right then. This is a positively cheery little town, if admittedly most of the population do seem to be engaged in the oldest profession in history, so, that's surely going to affect the local house prices. Whether it's going to drive them up or down is a matter that requires some regression analysis to figure out. I was enjoying that music. Also, what's this random bit of raw chicken I seem to be holding in my hand? I do not know. Tasty burger. Yeah, and when you bite it, definitely looks like that, and it wouldn't be only 3 centimeters tall. What have we here? The cat and mouse experiment. Is this what? Do you dare take part in the experiment? I have taken part in scientific experiments before, but they didn't really involve being assaulted by a man wearing a cat mask while carrying a harpoon. I must admit that is a new one. Yes, channel your inner Ben Wilbon, and you will succeed marvellously. Right then, have a merry, merry Christmas. Yes, indeed. It seems suspiciously quiet down here. Oh, good. We're past the human horrors and back to the nice murderous horrors. He has been dismembered. What do you mean? He's all still there. What sort of maniac would do such a thing? Maybe he was cross that his burger wasn't tall enough. I better get out of here before whoever did this comes back. Well, I can't go back that way, otherwise I'm going to have to sleep in an alleyway, and that doesn't sound like much fun. I think I'd better continue with my little journey. Can we go this way? No, we can't, for there is a police investigation scene. I really do feel like they would have put a blanket over that, but never mind. No. Not because the police are overly concerned about corpses being cold, you know, but there are other things to be concerned about. Hi, friend. I best turn that off to be sneaky. Ah, this is positively pleasant. That is less than positively pleasant, but at least we have a Christmas fern here, which is lovely. Hello. You're going to chase me? You're going to chase me? We'll have a fun, oh, gosh. We'll have a fun little run around, burn off a few kilograms, and, prep ourselves for the increase in Christmas weight. Right then. I must say I'm loving the privacy in this place. Absolutely loving it. This is a police officer. He's killing policemen now. What a monster. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right then, so we have this sort of murderous Santa Claus man who is, oh goodness, who seems to be wandering around with an axe. Less of a lumberjack and more of a lumberjack frost. Right then, should we go this way? Because this is the complete opposite direction to the direction the arrow was pointing in. What have we here? Another bathroom. At least this one isn't full of dead bodies, which is lovely. Presumably this is the ladies and the t'others was the gents. I can't imagine that he dragged the policeman's corpse. Oh, Kitty Hot! I am being pursued. I am being pursued by a most murderous Santa Claus. Can I, run down the train line? This doesn't seem like a spiffingly brilliant plan, but it's the one I've settled on, and we're just going to have to deal with that with my jiggly bit of raw chicken here. And he's still after me, and I've run out of stamina, which isn't great. Hello. I don't suppose we could come to some sort of agreement here, could we? Like, I'll give you a piece of raw chicken, you don't murder my face with a stick. Indeed. Should we have another wee go at that? And this time I should pay slightly more attention to where I'm going and make sure that I don't bumble into the bludgeoning axe of that fine old fellow there. Right then. Yes, indeed. This is most sad. Oh, that's my hand. And I can do a little right hook. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. It's the season of giving, and that has certainly given me something to think about. It didn't strike me I could fight back. That never entered my mind, unfortunately. Right then. Let's see if we can get the hell out of here before we get axed again. Here we go. Right, you think I'd just jump over these things, for goodness sake. But never mind. Alright, let's Do you mind? Do you mind not smashing my Christmas baubles? I spent a lot of money on those Christmas balls, and I'd rather appreciate it if you didn't go around bludgeoning them. If that's not too much to ask, Mr. Murderous Santa Claus Man. Right then, let us escape and go home. And, you need a crowbar to open the door. It is jammed. Oh. Naturally. Alright then. I mean, it's nice to play an indie horror game where it doesn't say, it's locked, you need to find the key. You know, that makes a lovely change, but the necessity of needing a crowbar is a bit less wonderful. I do, however, wonder if perhaps whether I find this crowbar I can use it to bash that gentleman, and by gentleman I mean vicious man, bash him in the face. So the question is where the crowbar is, because I went into both the bathrooms and it wasn't there. It must be somewhere. Can I crouch? Yes, I can. I can be sneaky. I can be stealthy. I can be as stealthy as a snowflake falling on the ground in the middle of a forest where there's nobody there to hear it, because apparently that means the sound isn't a thing. Right then. So there's the two bathrooms, but we sort of checked those, and we checked those pretty thoroughly. We didn't see anything in there. Let me have another wee look. See if I can find anything. No, I do not see nothing. Unless they have hidden it down the toilet. I dread to think what they were eating if they were literally excreting crowbars. That must have been a bit of a miscommunication about the shopping when it came to supplying them with the old Christmas dinner. It must be somewhere. presumably it is in here, because that would sort of drive you to see the secondary body. I do apologise, sir. I didn't mean to desecrate your grave by bapping you like that, but it seemed to happen. What on earth is this? It's like one of those big yellow counters they have in like gas stops, where they stack up all of the crisps and newspapers and things. Most confusing. Seriously, where's this crowbar? I'm most confused. I cannot find this crowbar anywhere. Most befuddled. It's like somewhere down here on the train line, but that surely wouldn't make any sense. Unless it's on like the far side. Can I go to the far side? Yes, I can. Might there be a crowbar here? Am I also the only person that thinks that this bit of the platform is utterly superfluous, because no one in their right mind is going to cross the train line for the sake of oh, here we are. For the sake of getting on the other side. Perhaps there's a crowbar down here. This seems like the sort of sneaky peeky place where you might keep a crowbar to do a bit of murdering with. Hi, friend. He's been cut up real bad, worse than the others. If the lacerations didn't kill him, the blood loss would have. I imagine being hit on the head with the axe is probably the thing that killed him, but I'm no mortician, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. It certainly does seem like the sort of place where one might find a crowbar, however. Oh, that blue blob is me. Sorry, I keep thinking I'm in the middle of the map for some stupid reason. Probably because that's how every other mini-map in the history of the universe works. Alright then, let us have this. We do bashing with it. Yes, we can. Excellent. I am most pleased with the situation. Alright then, I have my thoroughly Christmas crowbar, in the sense that it is painted all red and white. Oh dear, he's spotted me. This is a problem. Now, I could bash him, and I feel like I'm going to need to, because there's no way on earth... Oh, I was going to say there's no way on earth I would be able to escape him, but no. Seemingly I've managed it. I guess all of those mince pies and sleigh rides have really taken their toll on old Santa Claus. He's actually probably so diabetic that he's had a heart attack from the physical exertion, fallen over and died. So that's cheery, isn't it? Makes you wonder what sort of thing would drive Santa to murder people, really. Presumably so many people on the naughty list after the degeneration of societal values. And he's decided that naughty children don't deserve a piece of coal. That's too good for them, you know. The energy crisis going on, a piece of coal is worth like $1 million, so coal isn't really suitable for naughty children anymore, so he's decided to give them a clobber instead. Excellent. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right then, we have reached our destination. Even though we seem to be in exactly the same place that we were before, which is a little mysterious. Yes, and there's still the police lights over there. It's very quiet all of a sudden. I wonder where everyone has gone. To bed, if they've got any frickin' sense. It's freezing out here. Yes. Dear oh dear. Do you think that normal criminals, and by normal criminals I mean, you know, people that don't go around murdering people, I mean the non-psychopathic ones, do you think they take a break on Christmas? Do you think they say like, oh, you know what? I think we should give the police officers a day off and not go and do robberies and things? Or is Christmas Day a particular hotspot for like crime and stuff? I don't know. I feel like that's a little curiosity of the world that needs to be explored and figured out. Right, as to why I can't go to the top of this shipping container, that's another interesting thing that would be worth figuring out. And how the hell he got his car in there, given that there's trees in the way and a fence on this side. Presumably he dropped it from the top of the building. Remind me not to annoy the next taxi driver I meet, since they all seem to have the strength of the Incredible Hulk. Right then. Let's just get to wherever it is we're going and get the hell out of here. What on earth has happened to this? Why do they have to keep locking the gate? I'm so close to getting home. It looks damaged. Oh, that's what it is. I thought it was a little blackcurrant jam that had just been smeared all over it. I might be able to break it down with something. Like this. Oh dear. I'm sorry, what? How Alright, being murdered is one thing, but being robbed is quite another. This is not acceptable, Santa Claus. I appreciate that you are cross, because there are lots of naughty little miscreants about in the world, but you cannot respond to miscreantness by reducing yourself to their level. They'll just beat you with experience. Now, stop stealing my stuff. Seriously, where is my crowbar gone? I wanted to use that to actually try and fight him, but I had no such luck. Alright then. So I need to find something to break it down with. I just don't know what that is, because I don't seem to be being led to anything by the objective. It's just leading me back to the door. But, we seem to have circumnavigated Santa this time, which is not a sentence I thought I was going to say today, even— oh, kitty art! This would do the job nicely. Don't mind me, mate. I'm just going to borrow this, this piece of crime scene evidence. Uh-oh, he's noticed me again. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Alright, so let's see if we can slip between the buildings. Gladly the hitboxes are well defined. For that I'm grateful. Let's see if we can bash this down before we get bashed down ourselves. There we are! Run! Quickly to wherever it is we're going. Into this tiny ice cream van, it would seem. Oh, kitty hunt! Eviction notice. I'm only a few days late on my payment. This day couldn't get any worse. They must have changed the lock too. My key doesn't work. I need to get out of here before Santa finds me. The only way to get out of here is along the train tracks. Really? What, you mean like up there? Okay, I've heard of elevated freeways in America, but I've never heard of an elevated train line. That's a little bit of an unusual one. I feel like trains are a bit heavy for that. But, alright. I suppose we can get on the train line and goodness, this is so depressing. Why is this world so miserable? And why is there just this pathway that you can come up here and just stand on the train line if you want to reenact that final episode of Tom and Jerry? Oh, dear. This has proved to be a little darker and more miserable than I initially anticipated it would be. Okay. At least we have found a train station. That's good. I don't know if I have enough money to go anywhere. Surely I don't want to leave the town, or else I'd leave Timmy behind, or Billy, or whatever his blasted name is. I keep muddling people up. Billy is such a kitty. Oh, what on earth is that over there? Billy is such a common name. I keep getting confused. Oh, I can't even comment on these. I've seen so many I've become desensitized, have I? Alright, let's have a pistol that's absolutely enormous. So enormous that it might have been packaged with a 3 3/4 inch action figure from Poundland. Hi friend. So here's the crowbar again, and we still have the axe over there. So we have a number of different tools with which we could make use of, should we require them. Alright, that seems sort of reasonable, I suppose. I have my little armory, that's the word I'm looking for. Little armory of various bits and bobs that I could want. And more axes. Giddy yarn. Was there like a sale? Go to the axe shop, buy one, get 724,699 free? Or am I missing something? I don't know, but I'm going to collect up as many bullets as I can so that I am fully prepared. I mean, I know I was saying that Santa shouldn't stoop to the level of the naughty people, but maybe I should stoop to the level of the naughty people. I mean, I've got an axe, a crowbar, and a gun. I feel like I could steal quite a lot of money in this scenario. And then kill Santa! Well, I mean, if you insist. If you absolutely insist and state that it's utterly necessary, I'll have a go. Does headshots do more damage? Not really, no. Oh, good. I have gotten myself in a little bit of a pickle. Kitty. Okay. I mean, it's nice to have a game where we actually get the opportunity to fight back a little bit. Right then. Let me pick up all the bullets again, so at least I don't have to worry about that while I'm running around. I guess you could use the the axe or the crowbar to fight him, but I feel like the gun has got to be a much safer option, given that that allows you to stay away from his great walloping axe. Right then, where's Mr. Great Walloping Axe gone? Let's see if my aim can improve a little bit. So what we're going to do is shoot a good bit and then run away. Ideally far enough away that that I can. Well, this isn't really working, but this sort of different one, this sort of different tactic that I sort of made up on the fly works. Perfect. Who knew that Santa was bulletproof? You killed Santa! Yes, and I've ruined Christmas for everybody. Merry Christmas. Oh dear. Oh dear. Were there like different endings that I could have got if I'd like run around behind him and like tried to get through the door instead of trying to murder him? Oh well, I did the city a service, and I'm sure the mayor will reward me with the key to the city, which hopefully will actually unlock a door, and then I won't have to spend the night in the freezing cold snow. Oh gosh, that was that was good fun and real professional, but surprisingly miserable in its story. But that's nice. I mean, Christmas is a time for feeling things. I'm just not entirely sure we were meant to feel any of the things that we spent the last 22 minutes of our lives feeling. It is holiday time and you are full of holiday spirit, but again, you left gift shopping to last minute. Good job. You noticed recently abandoned former youth centre and decided to scout it out for possible gift ideas that may have been left behind. Unlike your other life decisions, this one will surely not backfire. Do your best to gather something. Nothing more is expected of you. Good. Low expectations, the only types that I can meet. Right then. The mouse sensitivity is quite low, but the movement speed is quite high. Here are some chairs. Perhaps I can gift these to my family. I'm sure they'll love that to bits. Right then. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a little game called Marras, I think it's called. I'm not entirely sure what the second word is or how to pronounce it, but anyway, yes, this is a game, as that little initial write-up implied. Good afternoon. Where you are a twit that hasn't bought any Christmas presents, and then you decide to scout out an abandoned building for them, because that is the ideal place to buy Xboxes and fancy hats. Something is missing. Why is it vibrating ever so slightly? Can you see that? Something a bit fishy is going on here, but never mind. And the severed heads, which hopefully are from a mannequin and not from a human being, on the coat hangers aren't in the slightest bit weird. Right then, I also have this weird UV light that I can activate. Why are you getting married in a graveyard? That's very macabre. Right, never mind. Yeah, I have this UV light. I have no idea how this is supposed to help, however. What is this? Painting. This is locked. Well, that's a travesty and a half, isn't it? What does this say? Photography. Oh, yes, of course. If this is like a youth centre, then probably these are like classrooms where people would go to learn things like merriment. And, well, I doubt that's the room where you learn things. Or, I mean, maybe you do. You know, anything could be a voyage of discovery, I suppose. Goodness. They really locked this place up tighter than a drum before they left, didn't they? Can I run? Yes, I can. I can run most expeditiously, and this is excellent. Alright, so there's 9 gifts, and there's 4 of them on the first floor. Why am I moving forward? Why am I doing that? Did I slip off the door frame? Yes, I did. Excellent. This is unparalleled in its brilliance. Right then, what does this say? Vitamin A. It comes from these things, such as watermelon, and random bits of plants, and strange yellow circles that don't actually seem to correspond to any known form of sustenance. Right then. This is a lovely, cheery image, isn't it? Lovely, cheery image of some horrible demon snowman Santa Claus who was force-feeding this person, oh, and you follow as well, just to make it that much better. Force-feeding them these, what on earth are these? Sort of gingerbread Christmas trees, perhaps. Goodness, that's charming. Can I have this, please? Yay, it's very quiet. I do apologise for that. That means you have to listen to my nattering voice the whole time. Is there any way to boot the audio up a bit? Master volume. There we are. That might be a bit better for you. Now you can hear all the spooky pooky noises as they happen. Oh look, a coat hanger that doesn't have severed heads on it. This is nice. There's a little key here. Or the spooky people have gone. I don't know. Oh no, no, the spooky people haven't gone. The spooky people were just hiding behind a post. Goodness sake. Here is your key. Maybe next time check your stuff before leaving to work. For everyone's sake, clean that janitor room. It is dirty and disgusting. Do you think if anyone's room would be clean, it would be the janitor's room? Also, keep your... I'm sorry, what? No, that is exactly the word that I think it is. Dressing in Santa clothes and making obscene suggestions to young residents is sick, especially considering that Christmas is around the corner. Nobody finds your behaviour acceptable or even remotely funny, so stop making videos and go and have a bath or something. This is your final warning. You are easily replaceable, and do not forget that. Oh, good. They're going to get tossed out on their ear at Christmas. Well, at least that seems reasonable, given that they seem to be behaving a bit naughtily. Alright, it seems that I cannot go behind the counter and intern as a lunch lady, so I must, instead, observe this. Lovely bit of violence. At least the head doesn't seem to be following me. Oh no. No, it is. It just does it slowly, for added drama. Here is possibly another gift, except I can't seem to have it, despite the fact that it actually seems like a decent gift. Giddy on, that is... For a fully still image, that is surprisingly violent. That's it's quite nicely done in a sort of horrific way. Right then, hello. When it said classrooms key, does that mean I can get into all of the various classrooms now? This was the computer room. I didn't see this one before. I didn't see all the jam as well. I don't think you should have small children covered in jam when it comes to computers. Is this email inbox? Why are fake Google searches still funny? No, I think these are just little in-jokes, and I think this is actually a like an internet search history. I think these are little jokes that I do not get because I am not funny. What does this say? This would have been a time of joy, but you have chosen to stop believing in the miracle of Christmas. Each thing I show you is a piece of my death. I'm on my way down, and I will take you with me. Well, that's a bit frickin' dark, isn't it? I'm beginning to get a little bit of a serial killer vibe off of this. Do you think these mannequins have been posed in ways that sort of recreate the deaths of victims? Like, this is such a Christmassy topic to be discussing on this day. Under purple haze, she revealed her secret. Oh, you mean there's something sneaky I need to look at here, isn't there? I mean, I can see the number even without the UV light, but whatever floats your boat, that's a little dark. Let me get on a piece of paper. Yeah, there was like a... there was a serial killer in Fallout 4 called the Fen Street Phantom that did something similar, where he posed skeletons in sort of... as like art sculptures, even though they didn't really depict the ways that the person had died, but they were sort of there to be sort of arty as well as murderous, which was all sorts of cute and lovely. And I feel like we might have something similar going on now, except it's with mannequins instead of general death. Right then, yeah, I feel like there's either a lot of in-jokes, a lot of references to other nice people who have been involved in this sort of thing. Let us see if this code that we found opens this. Press E to close this window. 5183. Go. No, maybe I need to click on this when it's done. Oh, giddy on. I'm very confused. My brain is full of turkey and it's not working properly. No, okay, right. That doesn't seem to be the correct code, which is a little confusing. But never mind. What have we here? Something I don't understand, but looks like a big screen of upgrades from a video game. And here's some maths. Some maths that terrifyingly I understand. I don't understand that bit with the cannon on it, but I understand the rest of it, which is a bit A, depressing, and B, weird that this is involved in photography. you take my photograph? I'm such an attractive gentleman that I know it would look excellent and wouldn't cause anybody that saw the photograph to gouge their eyes out with a local spoon. Alright, so we don't seem to have the correct code for that. Perhaps the code is for something else. Like, I don't know what else it could be. I don't know. This seems strange to me, because under... Oh, there's a piece of paper here. Stuck? Check settings page. Escape to remind yourself. What? Do you mean to see the controls? Left mouse button stuck on normal and purple UV light mode. Yeah, I get the fact that I need to use the UV light. What I don't get is why this is meant to be useful to me. Because I can see the code perfectly well without it. Unless the number sort of changes somehow under the UV light, but I don't believe that it does. So I'm a little befuddled and confused by that. I can only assume that that code is meant to be a red herring and there's a different code somewhere which is more useful. But goodness only knows where it is. And I feel like it must be this painting because it references a female character, doesn't it? Her secret. She revealed her secret, yes. So it must be this one because this is the only painting with a female character in it. Yeah, that is definitely 5-1. That is definitely 5183, which is exactly what I wrote down and typed in, but that didn't seem to work. We have ourselves a little Christmas mystery. Use keyboard to enter numbers. Oh. Oh. So, if you're wondering what I've got under my hat, it's not a brain. Certainly not a brain that can read. Right, so it said use keyboard to input numbers, and then I was clicking on them because, you know, I have the intellectual capacity of a bottle of cranberry sauce. I still don't get why the UV light is necessary because it's visible without it. But never mind, it doesn't matter. Let us go and investigate. Okay, when you said this place was filthy, you weren't lying. That's the absolute truth. Stranger's touch. Not generally, no. Usually friends touch each other, and strangers do not, because, you know, that's weird. Right, sorry about that, Jim. I thought I was getting a nosebleed. I thought the puzzle was so confusing it was literally causing me to start bleeding out of my face, but never mind. The gifts will smell rotten and scab knees will obey. I'll have to kneel on broomsticks to make it go away. 3 holes upon the leather belt. It's cut and swollen. The age is showing. And we stopped rhyming halfway through, which is very confusing. What on earth are you blabbering on about? Why do you want to kneel on a broomstick? Giddy on. Having some sort of adventure with a witch, are we? And here is half a person. Half of a person who seems to be wearing galoshes, which is a little bit of an oddity, but never mind. Here is much beer, and also some random cosmetics products, which, I suppose... I tell you what I find a little confusing. With the exhibitor's mop, there's nothing in here that's actually janitorial or useful, but never mind. Let us see what else we can find. Oh, this looks like fun. This looks like fun. This is clearly a device for making Christmas puddings, and definitely not for destroying people's brains. Your mouth was a crib, and it was growing lies. I must crush your head to stop the spread of lies. I am so tangled in my sins that I cannot escape. There is no one left to hear you scream. There is no one left for you. Yeah, I get the distinct impression that the janitor may have gone slightly mad and started murdering everybody. That's nice. So when you said supply room, presumably you meant supply of pain, rather than anything else. Alright, so, don't forget to moisturise your hands. Presumably then, there's, Hi. How are you today? Are you doing well? Oh, that's nice. I get the distinct impression I should run away, but for some stupid reason I'm going to come closer. Oh good, I was afraid that was going to be one of my gifts, but no, thank heaven it's not, unless I was going to give that crazy uncle serial killer psycho. Time has come for better things. No, sorry, for bitter things. I do sincerely apologise. Presumably we're going to have some sort of lemon juice drink then, if that is what you wish me to have. Alright. So I still need to get one more gift from this floor, do I? Fair enough. Do I have the thing I need now? Something is missing. No, so you don't want me to, like, give you the mask or anything that I picked up. Alright. Fair enough, I think, if your concept of fair is an extremely inaccurate one, you could describe this as being fair enough. Okay, then. What do I want to do with this mask? There must be some place I need to take it or put it. There must be some place that it goes. So that perhaps that will give me a key into another room. That'll let me find the fourth gift, and then I can head upstairs. I don't know. You'd imagine it would go on, like, on top of a headless mannequin or something. But I don't know where that would be. Do I have to crush it in the head crushing machine? Yes, I do. There is a key inside. Ooh, I used my brain! Hooray! And Santa is very proud of me. Right then, we can go into the bathroom, because bathrooms in this place are usually horrific, even before you get your serial killers and mannequins involved. So this is going to be joyous. Oh, good. You murdered somebody in the bathroom. I dread to think how that went down. Right then, here are some showers for dwarves, presumably, judging by the height of them. And here we have somebody wearing a dog collar that's being hung from a chain, whilst picking up an extra life from a SNES era video game. That's lovely, isn't it? Can I ignore the Oh, I do apologise. I'm very sorry. I didn't know you were in here. Let me just relieve you of this, and then I'll get out of here. Gosh. Do I, need this? Yes, I do. Being the, heartless maniac that I am, it was necessary for me to take that with me. Alright. Can I give that to you, so that I can go upstairs? Yes. Like the Tin Man, all he wanted was a heart. Isn't that just marvellous? Oh, God. Alrighty then. Okay then. Here are some more little tables and chairs from which people can read some of these books. Presumably have these bookshelves purpose-built, given that all of these books fit into the shelves so perfectly without falling over, but never mind. Let me see what else we can find. There is a big spooky door that we can't go through. We can't even interact with it to say that it's locked, which is a little mysterious. I do hope we actually get to make use of the UV lights at some point, because so far it's been utterly superfluous. Visitors! Let's go and see some dead visitors. Oh, that's just charming. That is just charming. Absolutely charming. Well, there's a nice thumbnail, if nothing else. Oh, gosh. In case of danger, please stay inside the visitor room and close the door. Remain calm and do not leave the area until the situation is over. What if the danger's inside the visitor room? What if there's like a rabid, monstrous Christmas tree that's trying to eat your feet? Do you not think it would be a better idea to leave, Mr. Protocol? No, seemingly you don't. Alright, I like this place as a visitor centre, like a prison does. I think that's, sort of fitting. Given that a criminal eventually, found himself living here. Alright then, is that enough of this room? Can I now promptly leave and never return? This is security. Well, it's certainly very secure. My only concern is that the security guards can't get out. Presumably that's how the serial killer was able to, go wandering around. Oh, I like that. If you sort of look out the windows, you can see the other sort of windows and lit rooms in the rest of the building. That's a nice touch. I like that. Attention to detail! Let us... Oh, I was going to say let's go and see some murdered members of staff, but no such thing happened. Here is an info board with a great deal of information written on it, which is all too small to be read. But never mind. Goodness, they must have had a lot of notice for this. Frequently asked questions. It's 2022, mate. For about another week. I think everybody knows what an FAQ stands for. It Didn't stand for Fat Ass Quentin, did it? Right then. Oh, good. We can't go through this room. Can we go in? No, we can't. We can just go and observe this lovely pig who isn't in a blanket, unfortunately. Hi. Okay, this might be my prompt to run away and never return. Okay, you don't want me going this way. You don't want me going that way either. Oh dear. Your Christmas got cancelled. Ho, ho, no. That is such hilariousness. Right then, kitty hut. So it said that when you die, you do reset to the original spawn point, but you sort of maintain most of your items. You just you sort of go back in time a little bit, as it were. So it's not a sort of permadeath thing, of which I'm enormously grateful, because that means we don't have to do as many jump cuts. Right then. So where do I need to go then to escape this pickly person? What is it about serial killers and pig masks recently? That seems to be the thing. Alright then. Let me check these doors and see if anything has changed in terms of any of these doors now being accessible that previously were. Oh, it did say, in case of danger, hide in here. Look at me using my brain. I hope you're proud of me. It only took 2.5 years, 3 years, however long I've been on this accursed site. Oh dear, someone seems to have had a bit of a pickle. Ow. That looks most painful. Oh, wow, that is a nicely defined pig skull, that is. Giddy up. Not a phrase I thought I'd say today. I won't let anyone hurt you. Thank you. What does it say? Roast for 30 minutes. Reduce oven temperature to 170 degrees Celsius. Then roast for a further 3 hours until the pork is tender and cooked through, and the skin is crisp. Rest the pork belly uncovered for 20 minutes, then cut into slices and serve with salad and mashed potatoes. Just make sure it's not a sentient one with an axe that wishes to go around murdering people. Right then. I didn't pay any attention to where that key went, so we're just going to have to open doors randomly until we figure out that we're in the staff room. Right then, with more severed heads, because apparently apparently this place was designed by the killer of William Wallace. Right then, here is a television screen, and some more things. Oh, can we read any an illustrated copy of Macbeth. Is Macbeth at all Christmassy? I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the old Shakespearean writings, so I cannot comment. And here's more of these hilarious little comedy jokes. Right then. So we have the 6th Christmas gift. That is excellent. And now we can enter the canteen, as opposed to the canteen downstairs, which was a real canteen, and this one, which more just seems like a sort of surrogate parliament. But all right, here is a block of butter which has been left in the here. Just have some of these, and some of these pre-built pickle jars, which I have seen in so many horror games. It is unbelievable. You wouldn't think pickles were so popular, but they seem to be. Did he leave anything on his chair? No, he didn't. For that I am grateful. What does that say? None of your something do not enter. I presume that's going to say none of your business. But we need to find a crowbar before we can go in there. Hello? Giddy, oh, there's a face and a half. There's sort of one type of person, shall we say, seeking one type of experience, shall we say, that I know of, who would sit with their legs like that and their hand in that position on top of a washing machine. But we're not going to get into that, because Christmas is a family time, which is why we're talking about serial killers and murders and dead children and all that sort of other happy, joyous, Christmassy stuff. I mean, naturally, and more pickles, because when you've got children in a building like this, obviously you want to stuff their face full of pickles. And here is the final gift. Exit building and return home. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to go just that smoothly, and absolutely nothing will go wrong. I mean, technically nothing should go wrong, because everybody that's tried to murder me, i.e. Mr. Pickles over there, is dead. So, that's nice. And I seemingly have a guardian angel with a nail gun, which is a combination I never thought I'd hear before. Right then, we're going to go out the front door and everything's going to be fine. Have no fear. It will all be over soon. You won't feel pain or sorrow anymore. Oh goodness, he is a bit portly. Then, kids. No, definitely is. Thank you very much. Ah, well, that was entertaining. And here's another one of those games where they dance the models at the end, which is sort of cute. Right then, I think that's about enough of that game. Always need a nice dose of Christmas murder. Right then, that was a hell of a thing. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen, for a lot of Christmas madness. Look after each other, have a wonderful Christmas, and good night.